Hello everyone, today I want to talk to you about this guitar, which is a 2020 Squier Bullet Stratocaster by Fender. Now I don't usually cover the cheaper Squier series guitars because for so long they have been so mediocre, and at this price range I always thought that other alternatives were available that gave the player a bit more for their money. This was traded in with me for another guitar, and for everyone that knows me knows I always do a complete sale on my guitars before I offer them back up for sale or trade, and it was whilst I was doing that I found it was to me above and beyond what would normally be seen from a Squier at this level. Before we get to the pros, let's look at the cons. The massive con with this guitar in my opinion is this single ply white pickguard, which I think looks awful, and even from a distance it gives this guitar a real cheap look about it. This has to go. As cons go, that's about it, and that's what struck me. The fret ends are lovely, the neck is gorgeous, and the lack of finish on this neck just enhances this guitar's playability. The nut which is down as synthetic bone, which is a bit confusing to me, as I'm wondering if it's just simply a posh name for plastic. Maybe if you know you can pop a comment in the threads. But it's cut perfect. The tuners have gone back to the standard Squier tuners, which again is another pro, as I never liked the recent closeback tuners that the earlier Squier Bullet came with. These reintroduced standard tuners are in part responsible for the great tuning stability that this guitar has. The other factor is that it's a hardtail with no tremolo system that can often destabilise a guitar's tuning. Now, there is an argument that without the cavity that's cut for a tremolo, the guitar's tone is improved, but I'm not sure if that's true, especially as the guitar body is slimmer than a standard normal Stratocaster, which again some people say reduces the tone, so if any of these are true, then surely both these additions cancel each other out. The stock pickups that come with these guitars, and indeed any guitar, as I always say, are totally subjective, but these are fine and deliver a nice balanced sound both clean and distorted. Have a listen to some samples. real thing that struck me with this guitar was that it's an amazing bass for modifications, and Squier have made sure there are so many options open for you to do. As I said earlier, I would immediately change the pickguard for at least a 2-ply, and I have in fact chosen the 3-ply parchment colour for this guitar. But why stop there? You could also swap out the mini pots for full-size pots, and even add an orange drop capacitor, though the capacitor and pots in this are fine as they are. With the amazing job Squier has done with the routing, you could change the pickups, either just the bridge humbucker to add a coil split function for the best of both worlds, or simply the bridge back to a classic 3 single coil arrangement. You could even add a neck humbucker to go with the bridge and really beef up that sound. Of course there's locking tuners, 3-way switches, the David Gilmour mod, etc, and all these are totally doable with this model, and that for me is the beauty of this Squier. It's marketed predominantly as an entry-level guitar, a beginner's instrument if you like, but trust me, it's so much more. So whether you mod this as you progress, or immediately, this guitar is ready when you are. Even if you decide to leave it totally as it comes stock, you will be very happy. Just change that pickguard. So before I leave you with a sample of how great this infamous guitar is in a mix, I hope you enjoyed the video and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. As always, if you have found this content entertaining or useful, then please like and subscribe, as this helps me keep doing these independent reviews and demonstrations. Thank you all for watching.